about all I can tell you about this initial, what's become called the smackdown process by my students, okay? So this is where I go in and I start painting really carefully inside all the lines that I just put down. And right now, actually, what I'm trying to do is be careful that I don't get into the masking fluid. Whoops. And I guess my sponge wasn't quite wet enough. So normally I'd be going over the whole thing, but since I got that masking fluid right here in the middle, I'm gonna have to be a little more careful. So I'm taking the paint, which is moist paint, and this is critical. If you paint with dry, schmutzed up, crunchy paint, you won't ever get enough paint down to do much of anything here. Yeah, we're not getting wild enough yet. We need some blues, carefully painted in. Here. Right inside the lines, remember, stay inside. Do not pass go. Don't, and we haven't put any green in yet, and we gotta kill it with some green here, huh? All right, we haven't quite finished schmutzing enough here. Need a little more. This is right out of the well here. And just kind of, let's see, we need something darker up here. I'm just kind of approximating, I know the corners are kind of dark, so if you squint your eyes, I'm looking at kind of the abstract shapes and values. That's about it. And not worrying about too much about being precise. Oh, here we haven't put any of that color in. Maybe a little of that. And I like to get it pretty well covered. Here's the other thing. You guys might be, although I haven't heard any huge gasps over there, thinking that this is going to stay as dark and garish as I'm putting it down, but because there is so much water in the paper, this too will dissipate. And it's not going to be anywhere near as dark and oftentimes not quite as garish, if you want to think of it that way, as it looks right now. So now I'm going to start carving. This is the part that I think is kind of fun because, especially with a portrait, these the face just starts to appear out of the fog. So I'm going to start finding some things here. I want to put in a little bit of opaque color for you. And so, hang on, let me zippity-doo here. So I'm using a kind of opaque, this is cobalt turquoise. I'm going to come in here and just sort of suggest something or other off in this corner. I'll probably just let it dry down and find other things to do to it after I call it percolate on it a little bit, take a look at it and decide what it needs. So that's kind of, there you go, that was bugging me right there.